How's everybody doing today? Today I will be doing a quick review on the Giant Mouse Ace Corta. I picked this up used on eBay. I've wanted this knife for a while. It's the first Giant Mouse that I've owned, and this one is actually Riot made as opposed to made in Italy, which was my preference. I know I'm a big fan of Riot and the quality of their knives. So this one is, like I said, the Giant Mouse Ace Corta. It's a micarta handle scales with inset steel liners, wire pocket clip, brass back spacer with some, I don't know, jimping on it. I don't know that that's super functional. There's also some jimping out here on the blade. The blade length on this knife is 3.1 inches, so it's a little on the smaller side, but you can still get, a pretty good, I can get a 4-finger grip on it. I got like medium to large hands. This knife it definitely was used. I mean, the edge was pretty rough. I touched it up a little bit, but it does need a sharpening, really. But so far, I really like it. I've been carrying it for probably close to a week. The detent on this knife is really strong. I mean, just really strong. But it flies out there. So if you like a strong detent on a knife, this would be right up your alley. Yeah. Pocket clip's really good. Wire pocket clip. First experience I've had with a wire pocket clip. In and out of the pocket real nice. Carries super deep, if that matters to you. Good little knife. Got the lanyard hole. Sharpening choil and plunge grinder good. It gives you some life to sharpen this knife. It's satin finish on the blade with a crown spine. So, I mean, there's a lot of really nice little details and touches on this Giant Mouse. It's a pretty nice knife. They're under $200, pretty close to 200, but for the money, it seems like it's reasonable, especially for a Riot made knife with M390. The jimping on the flipper tab is excellent. So it's not super sharp, but it gives you enough grip. You're not gonna. This knife would be really tough to fail. See if I can even do it. It's beat. Like I said, the detent's pretty stout. No, I don't think maybe if I cheated, I could do it. This one's running on bearings. Haven't had this knife apart yet. I probably would put skiffs in it. Although the action's pretty smooth. I haven't really fooled with it a whole lot. I haven't had to, so I've just been using it a little bit, carrying it. And it's a pretty lightweight knife. With not a ton of screws. And these are all T8, I believe. I will double check. Let's see here. T8. T8. Pivot's T8 as well. I doubt that this, with it being T8 on both sides, it's probably not a captive pivot, which is not really my preference, but you can live with it. Good little knife. I did say this is my first Giant Mouse. It's my first Giant Mouse folding knife. I have a Giant Mouse kitchen knife that I use that I really like. I'll do some size comparisons here. So here is the PM3. And boy, they are almost dead even. You get a little more blade with the Corta, but we've been over that already. And then this is the Sharp by Design Apex. A little bit longer, 3.5-inch blade. Yeah. Like I said, I've got this one used, and the condition is, I'd say, average or average to good. The lock bar access is really nice. There's a little bit of jimping on there, and it's not a 90-degree ledge like on the Concept Fenrir. That lock bar, I just don't understand why they wouldn't have knocked down or chamfered that edge on that particular knife. But I did end up actually having some issues with that knife after I did the initial unboxing. So the pivot kept coming loose, and there was just some quality issues. So I actually had to return it, unfortunately. I may get another one and give it a shot, but yeah, I'm not sure. I wasn't super happy with the first one, especially for a $260 knife. Yeah, this is pretty sweet. I love the blade shape on it. The grind's really nice. It's clean looking knife. Nice little finger groove here for you to lock in. The choke up position, yeah, maybe. Yeah, you could get up on it a little bit. It's not super comfortable, but it's not really pokey or anything. Everything's rounded off. You got a little branding on the blade. That's it. Ace M390 with the mouse on it. This side's clean. So pretty good little knife from what I've experienced so far. The micarta is really nice. I thought it would be like more textured and grippy, but it's pretty smooth actually. I don't know if it's because this one's used and it's worn, or if they come like that new. I'm not sure. My micarta on my kitchen knife is not like this. It's now that one was made in Italy, so this one was made in China. So maybe they use different micarta. Not sure on that one. But there's no blade play on this thing. It's solid as a rock. No up and down, no left or right. So I do really like that, which kind of what you'd expect from Riat. Lock bar, it's locking up pretty good. This one, unfortunately, is a little bit of movement. Detent lash, and it's not bad. I don't know if they come like that new, but this one has it. But everything else is smooth. There's no side to side play. Everything is smooth. Lockup's really good. So far, pretty good experience with this little knife. These have been out for a little while. There's 3 variants. There is a black G10 with a black coated blade. Not sure what kind of coating it has. I don't think it's DLC. There is a green micarta with a stonewash blade with the same backspacer, and this one has the satin finish. So stonewash might hide your scratches a little better if you're gonna. This is gonna be a user for you, and this would be a good knife to just use. It's solid, it's sturdy. You don't have to worry about scratching up the titanium handles, nothing like that. It's got pretty decent jimping, and it's just got a solid feel. So overall, so far I liked it. Most of the knives that I'm, looking at or reviewing are knives that I've done some research on. So generally they're knives that I think I'm going to like. And generally I buy knives from companies that I've had experience with before. Not always, obviously, but I do have another knife coming next week that I'm super excited about. My first Microtech. So I'll be doing a initial impression and unboxing on that particular knife next week. But yeah, this one I would not hesitate if you've been thinking about picking up a Giant Mouse Ace Corta. They've got some other giant mouses that are made in China. I think the Sonoma and maybe the Rio. And then some of them are made in Italy. I believe that the Chinese ones have the ceramic ball bearings as opposed to the steel, which I would prefer for sure. And you could switch them out even if you got the Italian version with the steel. You could just get some different bearings for it, switch it out. It's not that big of a deal, but I like the fact that this comes with ceramic. So yeah, good little knife. That's going to do it for today, guys. Thanks for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like or something. That's cool. Good little knife, though. If you're thinking about it, you're on the fence about it, I wouldn't hesitate. I have not seen this thing on sale. It's pretty much the same price since I've been looking at it, and I've been looking at it for probably 6 months. So $195 is, I believe, what these things go for. But yeah, thanks again. Y'all have a wonderful evening, or afternoon, I should say. Take care out there.